arm players, right? Go for that
Too
down
common.
one.
Too common for it to work in that situation.
But then it does work, and then you're like, yeah, I knew it. But that's common, right? You because it is like it's a mid fatal blow, and it's very quick. So down one into it. You're used to kind of seeing the down one trying to move, and of course, if you try and move on the read of a throw, you know, a tick throw or something, then you're gonna get clipped. But not this time. A little bit late on the whiff punish though. Kerbo trying to go for a up three from downtown.
Must have expected an advancing mid.
Oh, for sure.
Must have made the call out.
I mean, if you're expecting a mid from like 3/4 of the range, like, Kotal's the character you expect it from, and there's the cat. One good thing about this move right here, that amplified cat doing a respectable amount of damage by itself, 174, that is going to add up. Oh, and again, Aztec, so bold with those, just the raw armor break attempts. In that case, maybe less for armor breaking, just more just catching, just clipping you.
I dare you to walk into it, mate. That's what he's saying. Shouts to that Shaolin Monk's machine in the background.
Never technically existed, but happy to see it.
What a game.
Oh, does it? No,
there's the fatal blow.
But this doesn't kill. This is Kotal. Kotal survives this. Kind of bold for Kerbo to use this now. It's going to give him a definite life lead, but if you lose this round, that's an important piece of utility gone.
Aztec chips are down. Really, he's the one that has to. There's the down two to challenge it. That gives him a breath of fresh air.
Oh
and
my god!
So cheeky, yet such a Kotal calm thing to do. Aztec nodding saying, yeah, you know what? That was pretty good, wasn't it? Yeah, pretty happy with that.
Oh, and there it is.
Counter hit!
And that is why Aztec has been fishing for that sword special.
Oh, Kerbo, where's your health gone, mate?
No, but that is exactly why, you know, Kabal,
Oh!
absolute menace with the air dash, but what's going to stop it? The instant startup and massive hitbox of that rising sword. We've already seen one crushing blow and one by itself, and this is a Kabal that is at death's door instantly.
We just got the purest.
That's got to be death, right?
I mean, he'll break it.
Oh, no! Okay, no, I think you can break before. Not guaranteed.
The forward one string, that KB, you have like the smallest split second to break, but you can do it.
Well, it's one of those things that like, if you're playing online and it's like you're against someone that maybe doesn't know the matchup, it's like, well, I know this technically can be broken, but I don't trust that they're going to beat it in time, right? Crowd getting behind Aztec. Shout out to Saki. But, you know, again, you know, if you're playing online, there's that small window. You think, oh, I'll do it anyway. But at this level of play, you can guarantee that players will know that. Especially here, right? You know, we're in that round of 64 now.
Ooh.
We have gone from 400 to 64 in just a few hours, my friends.
Rare combo drop there from Kerbo. Normally one to be a bit of a master of the old execution. Never watched him back in MK9.
Well, no, but that's the thing, though, right? You know, Kerbo, Kabal, as much of a menace as he was in MK9, was one of the harder characters to execute, right? Very, you know, muscle memory heavy and a lot of cancels. And even though Kabal has these tricky optimals, you know, someone like Kerbo is going to have him on deck. Still, though. Ooh, no. Maybe that was like a failed flawless block attempt.
I mean, I feel like that was a flawless block. I mean, there's no way you just neutral jump into it without getting it. Or maybe he tried to short hop something. Either way, we didn't have much time to think about it because this round's about to come to a close. Respect being shown by Aztec. Can afford to take a throw. Granted, did try and tech it. The escape failed. Music to your ears if you're a Kabal player in this situation. The fatal blow as well. I mean, that's a dangerous mix-up.
No, for real. There's 303 left for Aztec. We're a few percent away from that crushing blow throw being all she wrote.
I like how Aztec used the cat closer. Further away, and I feel like Kerbo would have flawless blocked it. I just feel it.
Tries to chase it down! No, okay, I'll tell you what. That looked like knowledge to me from Aztec. That looked like I can whiff the cat from this range, and I won't have to worry about getting dashed. I might be thinking too much ahead of myself, but I do think.
Counter hit again,
oh
Jake!
My goodness! And there it is, the KB. But I feel like if anyone's going to have that like real nitty-gritty knowledge of Kotal, it's going to be someone like Aztec.
I mean, if you're a Kotal player, you've probably fought a few Kabals. If you're a Kabal player, you've probably fought a few Kotals. You know what I mean?
No, for real. I mean, though, these are two characters that have just seen a lot more play, especially over the last few months, right? In this kind of final patch that we see ourselves in for a long time. Oh, the quick movement.
The Wavu into command grab, that is someone that is now feeling themselves.
Well, it's
the
not,
confidence is coming out.
But it's not a matchup that you can really use a lot of Kotal's amazing grounded movement, right? Because how much of the match is Kabal kind of just going to be dashing around with a slight gas and really just keeping you in place regardless. So finding it when he can, but okay, Kerbo going to hit that good mid. This is not going to even things out. No, there's another drop from Kerbo.
He wanted a side switch. He wanted to save the double jump and he wanted to side switch it first, but
ooh,
combo gravity. The whiff!
Okay, now this is spaghetti all over the floor round. This is not a round anyone wants to lose because the mental
Wait,
damage,
has he still got the KB?
He will, but I don't think it kills. No, okay, no, I think maybe he wasn't there or maybe he didn't spend it. I don't think it would have killed even if he did.
That's Kotal we're talking about. Chip damage and pushback, but that pushback puts Kotal into somewhere he very much wants to be. But Kerbo's got to be careful because we are now entering Ray territory.
That was
even
an
with
empty
the fatal
jump
blow,
too.
the tech!
Ooh.
Safe! Oh, the grab! There's the read, but I think he's alive. Kotal Khan!
10 seconds left, but only a few!
Oh! That, any other character. Well, not quite any other character, but most characters, dead there. Kotal Khan, more health. We live, baby. We live!
And, it's less than before, right? You know, Kotal Khan used to have that 1100, now just 1050, but still, it makes a lot of, all the difference in the
It
world.
was enough to save him.
But again, what I like about Aztec, though, is that Kotal Khan down 2, you know, kind of like instant down 2 isn't really a thing that a lot of characters can do, but those that can really thrive. Like that kind of instant startup, that kind of scooping hitbox to it. With good Punish Kerbo.
Just dedicating all the way now. Another wonderful throw tech there from Aztec. Actually does choose to amp it. Not worried too much about the corner situation. The break! Oh, God, there's half of it. 35, just like that. Blink and you'll miss it, folks.
I feel like every match that Aztec has hit that KB is a match that Aztec has won. Ooh, that was a really high up catch. I almost wonder if Kerbo could have converted if he was a little closer.
Kerbo trying to jump because honestly that 1-2 command grab, it's such a scary mix-up, especially when the cat's ready to go. And Aztec, one of the original Kotal Khans in this game, actually using the totemic variation, the one that was built around the cat.
Yeah, I could barely remember that it was even called totemic. It feels like a lifetime ago. But that's the thing though, right? Aztec is a Kotal specialist through and through. Even when everyone was just playing the command grab, launcher, Aztec was right there doing his homework.
Escape failed.
Now that's not going to be so useful right now, but that is going to be a really...
Oh
my
my
goodness!
God, Kerbo will be shaking his head at that one.
These uppercuts have been winning the set for Aztec. Like, they are so out of nowhere, but always on the mark. Oh, and there's the anti-air. Aztec just knows this matchup to a science.
Why,
so comfortable.
I mean, why else would you preemptively use that just massive hitbox special? Because you're against Cabal, for crying out loud.
No, but how many times have we seen him like whiff it, but it's at a range that it seems quite hard to punish, or there's not a lot of recovery. Like, Aztec is throwing it out at ranges that it's got a really good success rate, and even if it doesn't work,
oh my
who
God.
cares?
And that was just straight up, I'm gonna uppercut
that
in your
could
face.
Be, no, not quite enough yet, of course. Can't get too much from this, but we're talking one more.
No! Kerbo is not going to be happy with that, but someone who will be is Aztec. That final round, poor old Kerbo, that was a disaster. That was one of those rounds where just nothing goes right. But if you're in Aztec shoes, everything went perfect.
And now winners top 32. And here we go, my friends at home. This is the point of the tournament that the players really will begin to think to themselves, hang on a minute, I'm in top 32. I'm in top 32 winners side. And then you started doing the math. How many matches away from top 8 at EVO am I? And then before you know it,
not many.
Exactly. And we start, I mean, what is it, top 32 to 16? Like 2 matches away, right? 2 sets. So I'm gonna be messing with this a lot. I'm gonna be constantly moving my mask up so it doesn't slip down.
I feel like you're not the first, but I've got this really cool anti-fog one so my glasses don't steam up.
I will accept the clumsiness of constantly having to do this than having it just gradually drop, and before you know it, you can see my face. No one wants that.
No one wants that. We're twins. That actually don't.
I was about to say, what are you doing?
Roasting myself.
We haven't commentated together offline since Final Combat 2019. No, it was 20.
20. No, it was.
I told you.
Can we do this again? Stream. Cut. Take 2.
Well, be that as it may, we're live. But
we're live, pal.
But you've insulted me twice now.
I insulted us twice.
But
well, once. I insulted you once.
This was like my grand return. The amount of people that have messaged me, and thank you, by the way, the friendly folks at home that have been like, happy to see you commentate again, and you know, looking forward to seeing you. Hopefully you with catch up, and thanks to Evo Staff, here we are. But I think I'm starting to regret that. I wish I was not in this position.
You wish you were sitting next to someone else. But like our life has been the past 30 years, you're stuck with me, mate.
Indeed.
Sorry.
But we should probably start talking about Mortal Kombat again. Welcome to the stream,
Hey, we're
my
seeing
friends.
people sit down and get ready.
Yes, I believe. Are we time? No, I think we're still moving to the next one. I don't believe this is the Nicholas match. We had so much analysis ready for that match, and then it just didn't happen.
It's
on
gone.
time.
I mean, memory like a sieve. It's exited.
What a shame. We'll have to repeat ourselves. But welcome to the stream, everyone. This is EVO 2022, the grand offline return. It's been a few years.
Welcome back.
We have, and what a welcome back it has been.
Yes,
of course, we can only describe for those of you at home, but you know, the venue, the space has been used so well. There's games everywhere. There's just it feels like every community that's been playing fighting games, whether they're here on the main lineup, whether they're here on the side games, or there's like games to be out, right? You know, you've got all the up and coming games here in like the convention space. It is a good return, and I'm happy that you're here sharing it with us, because MK11 is a game that has had quite the journey over the last 3 years, and to see a bracket with 400 plus players in it this far after a game. And remember, the NetherRealm community, we're used to that kind of 2-year cycle. So it's like year 1. absolutely popping, really popular. Next game gets announced about a year and a half later. Interest is still there, but you know, the community kind of goes in two ways of like, you know, kind of going to keep playing and then actively look forward to, or see it as like a, okay, maybe I'll slow down somewhat and then I'll come back at full speed when the next game comes out. Thanks to what's happened over the last few years, we don't really know what's coming. We don't know when it's going to be out. So it has meant that for the first time in the NetherRealm game cycle, we have been here not really knowing what to expect or when to expect it. But we do know that the cycle has been broken for the first time with a game with good netcode, with a lot of community support. Shout out to everyone in the community. You know who you are. That does exhibitions, tournaments, you crowdfund yourselves, you do everything and anything, whether it's like global coverage, regional stuff. That is what has kept the game going to the point that we can sit here and say we have 400 players in this tournament.
I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm fairly certain that there are maybe 1 or 2 people watching from Rips Arena that are more than likely going to be keeping a very keen eye on how well VLJV does, who was
and
able
he
to
has been
make it out of
on
his
a
pool.
mad one.
He made it out of his pool, winner's side, defeated Honeybee 3-1, if I'm not mistaken. And
So I think it was Raiden Devora. Like VLJ has one of those like really peculiar character pools, but so solid. And of course, you know, if we're talking about people that have been sent to Evo, can't do that without talking about the PlayStation tournaments, the
how VLJV made it here.
Formerly Open Series. Now it goes by
Fight nights and
the
whatever
many
else.
tournament kind of series that they do. And of
The
course,
Evo thing was, I believe, the Summer Community Festival, I think.
yeah, but of course, you know, there are players here for all sorts of games that are here directly because they entered those online events.
A lot of players got
And
sent to Evo.
They
from
just
those
won a
shows.
trip, and here they are. Like VLJ specifically, we'll talk about this briefly because we are going into our next match. We are finally there.
Nicholas and Pop Tarts.
But you've got players that they won a trip, and this is like their first time on a plane, let alone like at an offline tournament, you know, and it's like that amazing experience. But we will get back to that later if we hopefully see VLJ on stream, because for now it is time to start talking about Nicholas, one of the Chilean twins, one of the absolute double trouble, the menace from Chile, as we have seen at CEO earlier in the year, at the beginning of the year, not the CEO that just happened. It's confusing, but you know what I mean. Dominating. Grand finals, I don't want to say easily, but it was convincing for Scorpion Prox and Nicholas together. Combo breaker, fast forward the clock's about 4 or 5 months. Grand finals again, but a lot more challenged on the way. It was not a free path whatsoever. It was a lot of game 5 last rounds, especially with Scorpion Prox. But that's the thing. Nicholas.
In doing so, they proved themselves. And
Absolutely.
That's what's interesting to me.
But of the two
even
of
more
them,
so.
Because obviously the two of them together, you know, 16-year-old twins from Chile, unknowns to the greater overall community until those kind of debut tournaments. Because these two players, Nicholas and Scorpion Prox, they're 16 now. The game came out 3 years ago. They were 13 when the game dropped.
Please
Do
don't
the math.
say that.
I know, it makes me feel old.
Yeah, they don't make me feel too young, I'm not going to lie.
But what I want to say is, out of the two of them, and not to pit brother against brother, because we know that never goes well, but of the two of them, the one that has maintained top composure, top dominance, has been Nicholas. Which feels weird to say, because they've got first and second at their events. But Scorpion Prox had a lot of those close game 5 last rounds. Nicholas, on the other hand, not really. Kind of still looking as solid as ever. But at this point, who even knows what characters to expect? Because when we see them against the majority of players, it's a lot of Fujin, it's a lot of Cabal, it's a lot of, I mean, we saw Johnny Cage. They play against each other, it's practically random select.
We have seen a lot of people talk about these twins after playing them in casuals, extended sets, in tournament. And a rather common talking point is they are so perfect with Fujin's movement that they single-handedly make Fujin look like the best character in the game.
No, for real. And
Because when you move the way they move, some characters just straight up cannot touch you. But it's so hard to do. That's the thing. That level of Fujin is so unbelievably execution heavy. It's kind of ridiculous.
And it's, I'll be honest, it's not really a surprise. You look at Fujin's like kit in general, and it's no surprise that this character is top tier. But you look at, because again, when we're talking about how strong a character is, picking up and playing them, and then like mastering them are always two very different things.
And enough about Fujin.
Okay, but we're not going to see it as it is the Cabal. Oh, wait, hang on. It's the same matchup back now. And of course, we've been talking at length about Nicholas. Pop-Tart, another one of those absolutely just master-level Kotal Khan mains. But a big change. We've got that launcher, right? We were seeing Aztec.
Cut.
Yeah, we were seeing Aztec before, a big, you know, obviously most Kotal Khans are going to run the command grab. That's almost a given. But Kotal Khan has so many options when it comes to custom moves. A lot more than a lot of characters, actually. And it's not even like preset variations. It's like just moves like swapped in and out. But that big launcher, obviously you're going to lose the armor break for it, and we did see in this matchup how valuable that can be in terms of like startup and just covering the screen. Launcher gives you more access to damage, but at the same time, you're going to be losing that big utility and that kind of stopping them in their tracks.
Now, I believe there's probably going to be some people mentioning, hey, where's the game audio? I believe it was Nicholas, one of our players, has their headset connected, which has overridden the audio. So after this match, we're not going to interrupt them in the middle of the match, because obviously can't do that. But when this match is over...
Oh, rest assured, we'll interrupt them in the set, just not the match.
Yeah. So, someone's definitely
like
going to go up to Nicholas after this and say, hey, mate, could you unplug that, please? And that's the only reason. So don't worry, we'll have Game Sound back, but Kotal Khan, Pop-Tart taking that first round, though. All right, and actually, look at the player cams. Pop-Tart ain't got no audio.
No, there are some players that they thrive off of the crowd. And, you know, players like Pop-Tart, they are going to have their friends in the crowd just cheering for every little wayward hit, but a big flawless block from Nicholas. Now, one thing we've seen before, right, in the set before from Kerbo in the exact same matchup was a lot of execution errors, right? Which is, again, uncharacteristic for Kerbo, but you can see the difference between, like, if you drop nothing.
Ooh, that was
like,
clean.
Yeah, like, look at this. Oh, my God. Oh!
You're having a laugh. You're having a laugh!
Oh, that was disgusting. And we ended in the corner with mad advantage. That was clean as a whistle.
And then 200 of that damage was unbreakable, too, because it was all grounded. We were talking about optimization and how the Chilean twins will squeeze every ounce of perfect damage into their characters. That combo is exactly what we were talking about.
I feel like that's the better kind of unbreakable damage to have, though. Like, would you rather have, like, I'd say above average overall unbreakable, but no way of, like, capitalizing on it? Or would you rather have some unbreakable, but most of it is before they get launched? So by the time they're launched, they have to think to themselves, is it even worth breaking at this point? I've already taken, like, 20% or whatever, and now I've launched. But it's a difficult position to be in. Oh, that's
okay, wait a minute. That's going to make Nicholas probably start moving a little bit. Not so stuck in the mud, perhaps.
Oh, that could have been a pickup, but Pop-Tart not quite. I mean, those little conversions are so difficult. Oh, I tell you what isn't. That jump kick OS into the dash.
We saw that uppercut do so much in the series previously between Kerbo and Aztec, but maybe a little bit different this time. Counter hit. Oh, wait, he's got no meter. He's got no meter. This is going to hurt so much. And
we're going to get the corner. Yep, almost 400. And that's a big life lead. Fatal Blow is there for Pop-Tart, but oh no, not going to happen. Tries to move in a little bit too quick. And then there's going to be a game 1 to Nicholas, who I imagine will now unplug his headphones, and we can be blessed with game audio once again.
Nicholas won't know, so we're going to have to quickly wait.
Yeah,
there we are.
Yeah, good on that.
Yo, take your headphones out, because you can't hear the game.
So basically, for those at home, this is actually, if you go to a tournament, there you go, and instantly, the frame we see those headphones come out, we are once again with game audio again. And there it is. So for those of you that don't know and don't go to tournaments, if you plug in a headset, don't plug it into the controller, because then it just all like priority. I don't have a technical answer, but all the audio goes into your headset and nothing else. So usually that's not how to do it.
You'd be surprised how common that is.
I mean, I've done it before.
Oh, you have?
I'm not taking the high ground. It has happened to me as well. I'm not proud of it.
It's got to be difficult, Evan.
But still, the important thing, though, Nicholas taking that game number, we saw pristine execution. Perfect
chase down!
Perfect chase down!
Armor break as well! And we actually spend it.
Oh,
that I was surprised about.
I mean, it's one of those things that, like, spend it while you got it, right? Like, I feel like ever since we saw the armor break version of that, we haven't seen the standalone punish big damage, because it's just not as practical, right? There's one thing on, like, playing on paper, and then there's playing in the practical sense. And that's what that is, right? An early, get a lead, have it to work on. I mean that Pop-Tart has to come to you. Again, that's not an armor break that's going to be traded, right? Because we're seeing Pop-Tart takes the launcher, so not going to have access to the same threat, which means the massive, like, half-life crushing blows. Oh, standing 1! That was a come to me. I am already 2 steps ahead. And Nicholas with another commanding round. And this is why Nicholas is, I would say, the favorite in this tournament. I feel like that is a fair thing to say given the results of the last few events, and Nicholas is just dominance on the way. And Pop-Tart is no slouch.
You just need to take one look at this gameplay to understand why that is an opinion echoed by so many people.
Big whip punish!
Pop-Tart is one of the strongest players we have in North America, and Nicholas being able to rock up here with this Cabal and clearly causing some issues. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's having to work his backside off for it, but there's just something about the level of optimization that's just so frightening!
Oh my goodness, oh no! Execution error.
Yeah, a rare execution error. The interruption, that was the hard bit!
And now this is where you don't want to be picked up from the down one, trying to jump out of that corner. Not today, sir. But still. Oh, okay, no, big. That was actually quite a risky throw to go for. But it did pay out, and throw out of the corner as well. Oh my goodness, just clean over it.
Was kind of half expecting that sword to just wrap round and hit him anyway, but now Fatal Blow
I
is an
imagine
option.
Pop-Tart was as well. Now, Fatal Blow will win for either player. Nicholas has brought this back very well, and now we are looking into one hit into confirming to all she wrote 2-0. Maybe flawless block, but no bar.
Oh my God! How did he catch that?
That was the lowest to the ground Fatal Blow I have ever seen in Mortal Kombat 11. I feel like it's almost like offline rollback. Like my eyes saw Cabal already hit the floor, but no, apparently not. Good lord.
An expensive conversion, but one that had to be spent.
Uh-oh.
And there's that counter-poke flawless block. Get up there, mate.
You know what this
Take
looks
some
like to me,
damage.
Ketchup? Momentum. This was Nicholas brought back almost full life bar. Pop-Tart was able to stabilize it before it got too out of hand, and now, oh my goodness. Oh no! No, not the drop, not there. Anywhere but there. That's punishable on hit.
Now, unfortunately, any momentum that could have existed, I think that combo drop just completely snuffed out.
Absolutely.
Now
But
down
not
4+.
impossible. We are relatively even again. And almost dead even, actually. Saying
No
relative.
throw tech attempt. I mean, this is now Nicholas being able to get the gears in motion, as it were, as now the life lead exists once more. Fatal Blow gone. Used to take the last round.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Still
wait,
punishes
that,
it.
Yeah, that's still punished. Oh, the recovery on that is out of control. Oh! But again, no armor break potential. And again, you can afford to be mashy with those down ones.
Oh, God.
You can afford to be disrespectful to the advantage. When your opponent only has like a few % left and you're talking ship territory, you can start getting those down ones in, squeeze them out. And that's a 2-0 for Nicholas. But much more of a competitive match. 2-0, but definitely not feeling one-sided.
However, if it ends up being a 3-0, that's what people will be talking about later, and it will be something that is just the consistent theme of Nicholas so far. There's been a lot of people talking about the twins, and the conversations always happen, right? New blood turns up, people talk about old players, or original players that are super dominant, right? What if they were there? I tell you what, many of them are. And if the twins do just as well this weekend, then there's literally no doubt left in anyone's mind.
No, I feel like that is going to be the talking point. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The set is very much not over. 2-0, sure, but like we said, that second game was very competitive. And Pop-Tart, not one to choke.
Spend that meter as well. Give me that damage.
Ooh. And then just a straight up counter here. I don't know what Nicholas was doing there, but definitely not accepting that it was not his turn anymore.
Yeah, certainly a strange time to press a button, but something like that must have happened. However, now Pop-Tart, you think doesn't have the life lead, but honestly,
Ooh,
Fatal Blow,
that's
that's it.
That's
All
it.
you needed was one good pickup, and that exact pickup is what Pop-Tart found.
I mean, Kotal Khan, one of those characters that you have to be solid. No, you have to be solid as a rock with the hit confirms. You can't have buttons that go as far as Kotal's do, and they're great on hit, but on block you have to do something else. You cannot be missing those opportunities. And Pop-Tart, not missing that one, making the most of it, getting that Fatal Blow, and looking at, I think maybe for the first time, taking the first round. So can now, kind of sit pretty somewhat.
I think I do believe Pop-Tart might have taken the first round of the first game.
I could be wrong. I have memory of a
We didn't have game audio there, so I was a bit mixed up anyway.
Yeah, it was Nicholas's fault, not mine.
Quite literally. Anyway.
Of course.
All right, we end it now.
Oh my, that's a
400.
400.
I mean, you said 400 earlier on, man.
Oh,
You weren't lying.
we've all seen that combo a million times, and it's still, you see like the first number go to 400 for the first time of the set, and it's like, oh, almost have to remind yourself of it. But now we're at match point. Nicholas looking well poised to move on in this bracket.
Oh, and he still picks it up.
Oh, and the stagger into the grab. This is a solid start if ever I've seen one.
I was about to say, if there's any kind of silver lining, it was that Pop-Tart had a decent amount of meter, so the wake-up option was available. Rare combo drop here from Nicholas.
But not as
the
impactful.
perfect decision-making again. I mean, you have to break.
That was meterless! That was a meterless combo, Nicholas. Are you serious? Now, Pop-Tart, this is a mountain to climb. No Fatal Blow, no chance left. As that standing one of Nicholas is going to be sealing the deal on this set. And we have a winner's top 32 to, no disrespect to Pop-Tart, of course, but to not a lot of surprise. Nicholas and Scorpion Prox, the two of them together, it's hard to talk about one without mentioning the other. They are the story of this weekend. CEO, early in the year, champions. Combo Breaker, month ago, 2 months ago, however long, hang on a minute. few months ago, champions. That's the important thing. And here they are again.
Champions is the word for me, because there's something so consistent about the Twins' body language and their general sort of demeanor. They are so excited and like pop off and intense getting into grand finals.
But then the second it's just the two of them left.
The moment they are the only two players left in the tournament, it literally just looks like they're playing casuals and they don't care. They do care very much, but not speaking on
I know
behalf
what you
of
mean.
them, but from one pair of Twins to another, often you both being the only two players left, that was already your tournament over. That's like what you want.
I mean,
You know what I mean? It's a victory for both of you, isn't it?
It's a unique satisfaction, you know, and it's one of those things that I think is it's hard to describe if you've not been in that situation, but if you have been, you know exactly what we mean. Where it's like, obviously it's a 1v1 game. Most fighting games these days are, it's just, you know, one against one, and even if you are there together, it's you know, that's the main point. But if you are there with that kind of link, it doesn't have to be sibling, it could be intense training partners, or you have that kind of level of closeness together. You see what you've achieved, and then you're just like, right, we've done what we set out to do. What happens from here? We obviously care, but it's not as much important, right? It's just getting to that point.
Right. This ain't story time with ketchup mustard. This is Evo. We're going for a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to see some rewind. See you in a bit.
PlayStation Tournaments brings competitive play to all skill levels in the FGC. You can compete for cash prizes, virtual currency, and more. Find your next tournament and sign up at compete.playstation.com.
Dash up, back throw though, Mochi got caught for the corner. Oh, the drill. Are you kidding me?
Fun.
Oh my God.
Fun.
Hi, this is the quiet car.
You don't remember me.
Now,
Talk to me.
I'm not the only one doing a job on this train.
enemies
I recognize that guy.
He was in Mexico.
Tequila?
become
When we get off this train, the White Death waits for you with his army of assassins.
allies.
We need to come up with a plan.
Was that a snake?
It would appear so.
Bullet Train, exclusively in theaters. Now playing. Rated R. watching. Bear witness. A clash of power and technique. This will be a fierce contest. Who will grasp glory in their hands? Who will eat and who will be eaten? The fateful battle is about to begin. Can you all feel the drama? Their true abilities will be tested. Show me the ultimate fight.
Thanks for watching and supporting EVO 2022. Speaking of support, you should support our monitor and headset partner, InZone from Sony, the newest brand in gaming gear providing you top-of-the-line equipment. The InZone M9 and M3 27-inch monitors bring you incredible high-resolution and high dynamic range pictures and reactive experience with 144Hz and 240Hz refresh rates, 1 millisecond gray-to-gray response time, variable refresh rate technology, and more. On the audio side, their line of headsets includes the InZone H9, H7, and H3 models featuring 360 spatial sound for gaming. The line offers noise-canceling, wired, and wireless options. With dedicated PC software for both monitors and headsets, the InZone Hub enables personalized settings to your optimization. Sharpen your senses with the brand new InZone products and check them out at sony.net/gaming-gear.
Combos, he has to make a big recovery immediately. He's got the damage buff out. The throw break. If he finds a hit, friends, that will be a lot.
This is the secret boss here, the alien. Oh man, Tekken Master with barely any health left.
There it is!
That
Sonic Fox!
is it. The celebration, Sonic Fox, just like that. Once again, the repeat. Excellent work. Look at this guy.
There really has just been so many excellent matches so far, and this continues to be one. It's 2-2.
That's just going to show you the depth of the top talent in this game. In top 4 every match, beating a game number 5. Absolutely sensational.
Got him. Now Tekken Master's here for the pressure. Okay, well.
And look at what these players have had to endure just for a chance.
Right,
Fox in Grand Finals.
Yeah, Fox is just rooting for chaos right here. He wants both of these players to just be discombobulated by the time they get to him. Here's the crush. And he may have been waiting until that geyser to break away, but no punish.
Ooh, got the flawless block, but didn't have the up 2, but didn't have the defensive bar to do it.
Yep, no meter. It just broken away.
But in those situations, we saw Sonic Fox do it and just go for the grounded punishes. More damage at the end of the day.
Sure.
Might be something that Tekken has to look at the set.
Yes, again, we see the Hell's Wrath as a way to seal the deal, expecting a roll. It's match point yet again for Dragon. And Dragon trying to pressure. Okay, he's already spent the crushing blow string. Dude, what awareness right there. He knew he had spent that crush, so he went for the regular combo instead.
Wow, what control by Dragon right now. Everything in his favor. Hasn't taken his foot off the offensive pedal. Ooh, scary forward one.
Ready on the throw tech. It's Dragon, but not ready for that. Tekken Master brings it out. Now he needs so much work yet. He cannot rest.
Wow, Dragon getting a lot of those shields and only doing 311 there.
Coming in. Dragon is not even playing that zoning game anymore. This man's in here. He's
Pure
trying to press.
offense
He
right
wants
now.
to end it.
Wants to end it now. He wants to run back with Fox. He wants to give a taste of his own medicine. He wants to be your EVO champion. One hit away now.
Tekken Master knows
by the
what
run
a land he's punished. Oh, one more is going to do this. This me. What has he got? Oh, wow, Dragon did tech it. Punish. Oh my God, Tekken Master. He doesn't have bar. He doesn't have it. But he can probably go for chip kill. That's what he was going for.
Double match point.
Got him. Here's Tekken Master going for the pressure.
He's made so many good reads. Whoa!
Just in range, just barely.
I was just praising Tekken on making so many good reads on Dragon's wake up here off of these throws.
Met him in the sky, into nothing. Oh, he actually got hit. He didn't need to. He didn't need to. Unfortunate for him right there, but Dragon's capitalizing. And he backs off.
Low enough not
he
to
tried to
punish,
punish, and it just wasn't right there.
It was the first time that he's really done Hell's Wrath and tried to punish it.
Oh, again, on the cusp, but he was last round too. He didn't believe in it.
He's still 1 hit away. It's going to be the win.
That's it.
That's going to be the push. And Dragon in a final round is going to make it to Grand Finals of the...
But he has to stay focused because this is going to be one game apiece. Hey, remember, whoever wins this game is top 8 winners side. There's the footsies. Sonic Fox is going to catch him already. And he's already a change of pace. He is now the one that's backing off.
Hello everyone and welcome back to EVO 2022. We are Ketchup and Mustard and we are deep in this MK11 bracket so far as we have plenty more matches coming up. We are in round 2 pools, it's round of 64. We are whittling down to the creme de la creme of MK11 this year as we have some really good matches lined up. And we can't wait to talk about the action, to show you all these good games as we continue this stream, as we've had so many already. Of course, you know, we're seeing the likes of Nicholas and Sonic Fox and Turkey and all these top-level MK players that you know and love. And right now, we have Rewind versus Perfect Shinny coming to the stage for our next match on stream.
Now we know it's going to be Cetrion from Perfect Shinny, and during the break, like button checks and that, Rewind was kind of having the Kano out.
It's probably Kano.
Kano has very often been Rewind's kind of Cetrion character. So I'd be shocked if we don't see it here this time.
I mean, it's interesting to think about though, right? Because like early days, when we're talking early MK11, Kano was seen to be a bit of a struggle against Cetrion, right? Like there was some issues with the game that he didn't get on well with, or maybe just as a character, obviously he did get a lot of improvement. But the second customs became a thing, combined with Kano's forward 1, becoming a proper like safe mid and all the mind games that come with it, that has turned Kano into this completely different kind of archetype where he really can compete, right? With the long-range mid, the decent reaction specials for like keeping people in check, the tick throw into good damage, the acid into the EX, and all the above, right? It's really interesting to see the transformation of the character. But we're talking more about characters today. We've got EVO champ, Rewind, Injustice 2 world champ, Shinny, one of the online more recent kind of gods, but not so much these days as an offline god as well, thanks to combo breaker success, the Cetrion. And here we go.
And we're going to be starting things off strong. The immediate Kano ball. I mean, that kind of Kano ball screams to me game 1 of a set. Like you're gonna test the waters, you're gonna try and get that momentum going early on. Even now, with Cetrion confirming into whatever, it's just not going to do damage. But what will do is everything Kano has. Oh my good lord.
I mean, just look at that. Oh, we're talking damage. Look no further. And there it is, that check. Oh, but I love that, like, preemptive 1-1 from Shinny. Now, as this has increased to become a bit more of a popular pick against Cetrion, you know Cetrion players are getting progressively more and more used to it. But here's the thing about Rewind. You take a character like Kano, like this variation of Kano, I always say it like, this is like the pocket Kano variation, but Rewind has like main level time and experience with the character, right? But it's because it's a very pick up and play variation. It's got everything you need to be effective against a lot of the cast. But you put a character like that who's genuinely solid in the hands of someone like Rewind, you know, Las Vegas local, you know, he's got the hometown behind him, a lot of experience at the highest possible level, has already won an EVO before, and you're going to have a recipe for disaster if you're up against it.
However, big damage done already.
Oh,
there's the knowledge! You're not going to get away with that one. One of the many reasons Kano tends to be a character Rewind uses for this matchup. Fatal Blow's good to go. All it takes is 1 bar of meter too, and I mean damage all over the place.
Well, now Fatal Blow is there. This is over. If we see 1 hit from Rewind, 1 forward 1, it is GG. Next match.
Cetrion with that.
Oh, there it is!
Health!
Yeah, that's got to be it. Yeah, especially with the 950, yeah. Cetrion. Not going to be able to take those trades as well, but especially when you get Fatal Blow territory, look at this. Ooh, yeah. And that's it. Over. Game 1, done and dusted.
Standard health character maybe would have survived it. Cetrion being one of the 950s,
I mean, even then,
not so much.
Yeah, I don't know if I think that they would have survived. At least maybe Magic Pixel, which, you know, I guess technically is true.
Yeah, whoever went up there to coach Shinny, like they had like literally 5 seconds.
No, not enough time. See it.
They only had time to say, yo, block. Or, I don't know, or something like that. Either way, Shinny's going to get a really good start here, opening up. But again, meter spent, 18 damage, 19, I guess.
Ooh, Rewind went for a big punish on the interrupt there on the ground pound. Tried to get a forward 1, but a little bit too slow.
But you can just see the lack of damage output. Like, when there's no crushing blows here with Cetrion, Kano,
Oh, look at
he
that.
will take all the risks in the world because he can afford to take it. Who cares? I hit you, I do more damage, I get better setups. And now the corner positioning is fantastic for him. The back-to-back down one, very disrespectful yet classic
Oh,
Kano
big
maneuver.
punish though. Shinny with the knowledge, being able to punish that acid. Full flawless block. Rewind still in. Oh, that's
Whip
going to be it.
punish!
Yep, that's it. What was that? Standing 3 fatal. But hang on, wait. Does this kill?
It will.
Yeah,
No, it's gonna kill.
This is a 950 angle.
There's no scale. There's really barely any scaling as well. I know it sounds really strange because you use the pull, but I mean, what pulls? Like it's about 13 frames or something, and it starts up that fast.
Yeah, for the range it has, it's quick, and it's one of those things that like because it's if you get caught standing, it's a full confirm, like we saw there, right? That was just like what, standing 3 fatal blow.
Plus on block. Expected above.
Oh, there's a counter poke. Oh, what the
The
fire.
knowledge, no, but the knowledge, walking into it to make sure that the flames do not appear on the ground.
Yep, because
Getting hit by it on purpose, that is the tech, but I don't believe every character can do it.
either way, it's still important. It's one of those things that like if you let Kano get away with it, like good teleport, but you can't move in. You covered in acid. No, just ran out.
Oh,
No,
you're dead.
The read. Wait, was that a read or was that the OS?
Honestly, at this point, I don't even think it matters. 2-0 in swift fashion for Rewind, and we're really starting to see that confidence shine through. Rewind, comfortable, confident. Man's already won an EVO. Like, he's been every single stage of an EVO tournament. I don't think anything's going to get to him in this event.
No, Rewind is one of those players that just has that top-level composure, you know, and there is a lot more to it than just playing well. It's, you know, when you're playing a snowball character like this, where, you know, Kano, the kind of character that, you know, gets a good hit into, like, a lot of tick throw potential, if you get the acid on the floor, like, there's a lot to be done with it. But when it's not going your way and the snowball's not rolling, you're not going to crumble, you're not going to choke, you're not going to make all these mistakes. Like, yeah,
However,
sure, Rewind has lost sets, you know, close sets here and there, but it's not because, oh, Rewind choked again. Like, he is one of the most composed players we have.
character change alert.
I did
Shinny
hear it.
has now gone in for the Jackie Briggs. So
From top 5 to top 5.
yeah, we're going nice and low down that tier list tree.
But
anyway,
there is a lot to be said though about Cetrion being much more of like a neutral kind of projectile-focused monster. We know decent mids and whatnot. Jackie, a lot more overall kind of like mobile and aggressive. And you were just talking, right, about how Kano is a good
wake
pick
up
against.
buttons. I mean, we're brawling, man.
Oh, of course. And the
brawling.
bar just came back to. Oh my
Ow!
goodness,
God.
max range. But there is definitely a lot to be said, right, about how difficult it is to go from like one kind of style to another. And Cetrion and Jackie, they're not similar characters. You know, to be able to just swap on the fly is a lot more difficult than it sounds on paper, especially when they're that different of an archetype. Oh, but a high up jump kick into the asset. Okay, but again, Shinny making it get connected instead, not dealing with the fire carpet.
It's always going to be matchup knowledge. Now, you're not going to have the same choice from that.
Oh,
Oh, my
dear.
lord!
No, but remember though, if it's the fire from the same special, it won't give you the combo, but it will give you a lot of advantage. Now Shinny looking good, down on life, but Fatal Blow and corner pressure is now theirs. This is all you need to get it rolling, but no. There's a command grab, 18. Well, not even 18%, 180. This is another 950 health character. Rewind. Looking well poised here. Match point, but Shinny did take that first round extremely comfortably.
Maybe some time for Rewind to just adapt to the different flow, right? The different momentum. You said it yourself. Cetrion and Jackie, very, very different in terms of gameplay speed. And now Rewind. Looks like he's been able to gear up just a little bit further on. Now Shinny, able to turn this around. A breaker used. Good read on the breaker. Let's just get the
No,
puzzle.
this is an option though. This is going to end in the corner. Decent damage. Both bars. Decent. Oh my goodness, that was knowledge from Rewind. To see that meaty was done too late, because that's a big gap in between.
I mean, like, so many Jackie players like to meet you, like, off that splat.
Like
with the
that
plus on
right there,
block.
right?
Yeah.
It's so plus, but there's a huge gap in between the two hits. And if you whiff that first one, it's all gap. And Rewind is gonna suss that out. Now Rewind being
so
careful.
much respect is being shown
I mean, look,
to that shrapnel blast.
Rewind hasn't pressed a button for like 10 seconds.
He might do now.
Oh, that's it. Shinny, yep, that's going to be the game. Rewind, I think Rewind was kind of just waiting for something that never came, but you're saying the patience in Shinny, using it to run away with it. And but this is where the character change is going to be coming into play.
Nope. Sounds like we've just gone straight back into it.
No, I mean for Shinny, like to swap character and then instantly win the round, like or the game. Not like 2-0, but a good win for sure. That's where the character change is going to really be worth it.
See, I've been on the mindset of, well, you know, Rewind used the Kano to essentially take off the Cetrion from the table.
You think maybe he's got a better pick for Jackie? But even then,
Does
like,
he even need one? I
that's
mean,
what
look
I'm
at this
thinking.
round.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of comfort here. Rewind, one of those players that really knows the
Oh, come
intricacies,
here!
especially if these really like common characters. You know, Jackie very strong, but everyone plays Jackie, right? Like there's a lot of people that have at least a pocket Jackie. And hang on a minute. Amplify Knife going to do good things, and that is going to be a swift round for Rewind again. But then again, Shinny was in this position before and managed to make it work regardless. So I'm definitely not ready to say this one is done.
Had a little bit of adjusting to do earlier on in this set, that game that Shinny just took, especially off the back of that dominant round one.
Whoa! Oh, the pickup of that! All right, Rewind.
He dropped his lighter. Oh! And the neutral jump. We're just going to take damage. 1900? 100? I'm talking
1900, that's a lot of damage.
190, yeah. That's one hit kill jump kick, mate. Love it. Did I mention I was jet lagged? Anyway, let's jump in now. Rewind on this comfortable match point. And Shinny, so much work to do.
Oh my, I love it.
It's going to be scary, though. Can he do it?
No, but empty jump in. No, tried it again. No, Shinny tried the exact same thing again. It maybe could have worked. We saw an empty jump into instant shrapnel, and it did catch out clean. And it looked like Shinny tried to do the same thing again, but just got instant jump punch instead, unless it was some next level read. But regardless, Rewind is going to take it. But definitely a good effort from Shinny. You know, to go from a character like Cetrion to Jackie. Of course, yeah, both characters are really solid, but they are very different. And it is not easy to play both simultaneously. And Shinny, unfortunate end. It definitely looked like somewhat of a mistake, but it is what it is. And I know what you've just seen, and I'm going to let you take the floor because I can't wait. I can't wait.
So we have the
biased commentary incoming.
We have the list. We have the list in front of us. Looks to me like our next matchup is going to be Video Games Yo versus Conqueror.
The Conqueror.
This is some of international Mortal Kombat's absolute best right here. You know,
Absolutely.
we have Video Games Yo, who has been a real pioneer of the modern Mortal Kombat scene in the UK. Conqueror, who is just an absolute animal. And really one of the original Sub-Zero players that brought success to the character, which I know sounds weird, but there was actually a time where people were looking at Sub-Zero before customs.
In year one, Sub-Zero was kind of like a character that everyone hated to fight, but didn't see that much competitive success. Like,
No.
not none, you know, not zero competitive
But
success.
customs are definitely what pushed Sub-Zero into the menace he is now.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, Dead of Winter, yeah, you had the deep freeze, but you had the cold shoulder instead of slide, and that alone made such a difference. But my point is that we actually have two players here that have had such a journey in MK11, yet their styles are quite similar. They're both neutral, super, super neutral heavy.
Not going to take too many risks unless it's absolutely necessary.
Really not taking any risks at all, to be honest with you. Conqueror likes to play sub, but barely even mixes. Like, they have such amazing similar styles in terms of how patient they can be.
I really like Conqueror's new haircut.
It does look cool.
That looks sick.
Now, I haven't seen Conqueror play in some time. We know Sub-Zero's the favorite.
No,
Won a tournament
well,
with Rain, you know, like...
Conqueror was...
Has there been time to develop, perhaps?
Conqueror was a conqueror of the pro competition. You know, that really is what led Conqueror to kind of that year one success. And then when we saw year two, everything went online and we saw the online pro comp. Conqueror was right there the whole time. And I know for Latin America, because obviously Latin America is such a humongous just hub for Mortal Kombat. Not just competitive, but...
Name your game, too.
No, for real. Like,
I would go as far to say I'm fairly certain South America in general has the largest classic Mortal Kombat
I agree.
community
I think
in the world.
If we're talking pound for pound, passion for the game, I think Latin America has the rest of the world beat by some significant margin. In terms of like size, genuine enthusiasm, passion, dedication, and there he is right there, you know. Let's make sure that that Brazil flag is nice and on show as definitely a player that has not single-handed put Brazil on the map. Of course, you know, we have players like, of course, over time, you know, we saw previously in MKX and
Killer Shinnok, man.
Yeah, Killer
One
Shinnok.
of the originals for me.
The Tremor, and Johnny Cage, of course. We can't forget the Johnny Cage.
I'd frame that.
But at the same time, Video Games Yo, I really want to say, and again, we'll try not to be biased. We're not going to try very hard, but we'll do our best.
Oh, man, Jordan James is on the stream.
No, but here's the thing. Video Games Yo is one of those players that had played fighting games for a little bit casually, didn't start competing until MK11 came out. Had some success in year 1 of pro competition, you know, went out to Celtic Throwdown, did some London locals, playing Jax and Shao Kahn, and just playing who he wanted, and was like, I like the game a lot. Of course, he and his brother, Josh TQ, both in the same kind of boat. But
Shout
Video
out
Games
to you,
Yo,
Josh, no doubt you're watching.
oh, of course, you know, whatever time it is back in the UK, trust me, we feel it, because jet lag kind of kicks in. But my point is, he's always been capable of greatness, but only had a few opportunities to show it and was not always able to. You know, we were talking before about a player like Rewind, never chokes, really composed, very experienced. I kind of feel like, at least for like the first year and a half of the game, Video Games Yo was kind of the opposite end. Had all the potential, but could never really put, you know, pen to paper, as it were, when push came to shove. But now we saw top 8 at Combo Breaker, absolutely storming through his pools, winner's side, playing the comfort character Shao Kahn along the way.
This is going to be a hard match.
This is the new Video Games Yo. This is the Video Games Yo playing at his best. That is what we have here at EVO, and that's what I want to see. And there comes the Johnny Cage, Sub-Zero. This is a classic matchup. Wait, purple Sub-Zero.
Yes.
You take nothing seriously.
It's rain, but with frozen water.
Frozen water? Right. Here we go, Conqueror and VGY. This is, for me on paper, one of the matches I would want to look at. Because there's the counter immediately, so good.
It's not every day that a Sub-Zero player starts the first hit with a confirmed counter hit forward 2. That is like, we're talking about Conqueror, kind of plays a bit of a safer style. That was a hit confirm 100%. I can guarantee you Conqueror would not have finished that on block. Like, this is a player with immaculate neutral, impeccable hit confirms. And Sub-Zero, a very good character for that. But at the same time, we're talking neutral hit confirms. Johnny Cage really knows a thing or two about that. And we're talking about comfort characters a lot. Yes, we know that Shao Kahn is Video Games Yo, like one of his favorite characters.
Oh, that was not intentional.
Oh,
armor break.
But Johnny Cage, this is a character, I think Video Games Yo probably has more time on Johnny than any other character in the game. Like, this or Shao, it's one of the two, but...
VGY, known for Shao Kahn back in the day, but Johnny Cage is actually his favorite Mortal Kombat character of all time.
And we're talking competitive picks, a lot more of a safer pick. Oh, that flawless block. But a long range down through, we're going to see. And there's a confirm. There's no breaker here. Can we kill on this? No, no bar.
Don't get frozen. That fatal blow still gives Conqueror an opportunity.
No, this is a life lead, but may as well not be. This is Sub-Zero with fatal blow we're talking about. Oh, the chase down. That was bold from Video Games Yo, actually. We saw the forward dash into the poke. That was a confident, I know you can't afford to be overly aggressive here, so I'm going to chase.
And just so you're aware, stream, I assume we might have done some kind of console restart or something, because obviously, yeah, we haven't got the lowered health bars, so I assume we might do that at some point. But either way.
It can be something as simple as a player picking the wrong profile or, you know, sitting down at the wrong time.
You never know.
But we're aware. Fret not, we do know, and it will be sorted.
No confirm from Conqueror. It's a very rare... There's been a couple of instances going into the ice ball by accident in the first round, second round missing that confirm. Conqueror normally, I'd say, just shy of perfect.
He's definitely one of the more reliable